Hey YouTube, I'm here to talk about Scandal from Friday. This show was pretty much about two different things. One was the person that they want to take to step up and be the new Supreme Court justice. It came out that he had an affair 15 years ago with a woman that was the CEO of a company, and they were, of course, there was Olivia Slim case to, you know, try to get her out of the media or whatever with it. So she is Olivia's new case. And then they also were trying to release those hostages and find out who the mole was and all that stuff. So okay, it starts out, the woman and the and her family are eating dinner or having family time or whatever. There's a ring at the door, like a doorbell ring, and the little girl goes to answer the door, and it's all the media and the cameras and all that, and the little girl screams, "Mommy, Daddy," and goes, to little commercial, come back, and they's like, she need Olivia Pope or whatever, because Olivia had went to the guy's office. Oh, I can't remember his name, Jake. She went to Jake's office. I think they were supposed to have a date or whatever that night, and she got the phone call that she needed to go help Sarah, so she had to stand him up. Um, so she left, and the woman was talking to Abby, thinking that she was the woman that was gonna fix her problem. She didn't expect it to be Olivia. Just, I'm not gonna even go into that. Okay, so she's like, "I'm Olivia Pope. I'm here to help you. We need to do this. We need to do that. So we need to figure out why would they make up these lies and all that stuff." And come to find out, the woman said it was everything is true. I did this, and her husband was like, "What? What you mean? All that stuff is true? You mean to tell me, you've been having this affair and all this long time?" And she was like, "Well, it's over. We're not doing that no more. It's through." But before Olivia and them go in, they wait. They kept her, Olivia Harrison and Abby, they sitting in the car. And they was like, "Can we go now?" And she was like, "No. Now, no." So finally, they waited until the news people were giving their live reports, and then they snuck in through a back way or whatever. So, they got emails and everything of her, having the affair um, with the man. So Olivia was like, "I advise you to come clean." And she was like, "What?" And he's like, "Just, let it all out. Just come clean and get it out, rather than try to keep it a secret and then come back to hunt him or whatever." So Cyrus don't like that. He mad. He was like, "Why would you do that?" And she was like, "I don't work for the president anymore. I don't work for the White House. I work for myself." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry. I will get you back for that." So he then went and assembled his own little team to investigate Sarah and diminish her character. And she ended up being let go of her CEO position. Olivia called Cyrus and advised him to stop doing that because he's messing with her. He making things worse. He's like, "No, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna keep this going. You don't want to help me out. I'm not gonna help you out." So, um, Harrison goes and he's trying to keep the Sarah, that's the woman, trying to keep Sarah company from, trying to let her go or whatever. They had decided to keep her. They fell into his little thing, but then news came out that the affair was longer than she had actually said it was. So her husband was hot, and then he got to thinking how old his daughter is versus how long the affair was, and he was like, "Well, is this really my daughter? I want to have a DNA test done and all that." And she's like, "What are you talking about? Of course she's your daughter. Why would you think that?" So he got all mad and he's like, "I'm leaving. I'm through." And he's going outside, and Harrison's like, "Come back, come back. No, don't leave, don't leave." He go outside, he get to beating up on the people, the press people or whatever. He done knocked their cameras down, knocked them on the floor. Harrison like, "You don't this, you can't do this. You need to come back in the house." So he ended up going back in the house, and now that the new information came out about the affair, then Sarah's job, they back want to fire her from her CEO position. So Cyrus is back at the Oval Office. The first lady at the Oval Office. They both want to talk to Fitz, but of course, Fitz still mad at both of them. Fitz only really care about the baby. That's why he talking to Melly, and he want to fix this thing that's going on with these hostages. That's the only reason why he talking to Cyrus, because he's still mad at both of them. So he in the room with, I think, I don't know if he's in the room with with someone else in the White House, or he was on a phone call, but his what's his lady name? His secretary was like, well, no, I can't let you go in right now. Both of you can't go in at the same time. And so Millie was like, well, I got his baby, so he gonna want to see me. And Cyrus was like, well, we just getting back on the good foot, so of course he gonna want to see me. So he grabbed the baby and he closed the door on Millie. So Millie was looking like, I know he's sleeping with her again. He went Cyrus, I know he's sleeping with her again. I want it fixed, and I want it fixed now. He go ahead and see Cyrus too about whatever's going on with the hostages and stuff. And he tells her to fix. He tells Cyrus, I'm sorry, I mean to say her. He tells Cyrus to fix the thing between Olivia, and he's like, why didn't y'all go into this and look into this? I'm tired of these scandals. I can only handle one at a time. That both of them not gonna be able to be fixed. I'm gonna have to do one or the other. I got these hostages over out of town, and then I have this going on with the guy that's supposed to be my new Supreme Court justice. So fix it and fix it now. So supposedly he been having these secret 9:30 meetings, and she's wondering, Melly is wondering if it's with Olivia. Cyrus tells her no, they are not. He don't even talk to her no more. He's real mad with her and all that stuff. So that's when, they see Jake sneaking out the door. So it's really Jake that's having these meetings or whatever. So Cyrus is happy that when the attack on Sarah, when they trying to get her out of her company and all the news media and all that it's working, and he's winning over Olivia. Now they able, and Randall is out. They no longer want Randall to be the new Supreme Court justice. So when Fitz find out that, all that was ruined, he calls Olivia. He find out that Olivia is representing Sarah. So he give her a call. She thought it was Cyrus. She was like, look, I'm not caving in. I'm blah, blah, blah. This isn't Cyrus. This is Fitz. I was like, oh my goodness, what's about to happen? Let me tell you, Fitz is mean. Fitz is mean. He is super mean. He said, I really wish you hadn't done what you did. I trusted you. You didn't believe in me, but I did believe in you. No, you didn't, because you went ahead with this plan. This is all your fault. I am ruined. She goes, what do you mean? You're ruined. I'm ruined. They go back and forth about how he really loved her, and she just, messed over him, and she was like, no, I didn't want to do this. I did believe in you. I was forced to do this and all that. And so he was like, no, she said because meanwhile in the background, Sarah and her husband arguing and fighting, how he don't want to be with her no more, and he threw, and I'm tired of all this. So that's going on in the background while Fitz and Olivia are arguing. So he was like, well, I'm gonna hang up, and she's like, well, I'm hanging up now too. So they going on and hang up on each other. So meanwhile, Harrison and Abby goes back to the board at the company that's trying to release Sarah, the company that she's CEO over, and they get to acting like they got all this evidence about how, some of the other people on the board got their own stuff going on. So like, if you don't want us to release this stuff about you, you gonna leave Sarah alone, let her do her thing. So they didn't have nothing. They lifted up the box a little bit on Abby's side, and the box was empty. So right when she said, oh, okay, well, let me just pull this out, one of the guys stood up and he, let himself out or whatever. So Sarah and Olivia they sitting down talking about, the choices they made and the forgiveness, and they drinking, and um the paternity test result come in, and Phil is the Sarah's husband, because he wanted to get the paternity test about the daughter. It come in, he rips it open, and she was like, no DNA test can change the love he had for his girl since the day he was born, and so he is still gonna be, they dad no matter what the DNA test say. So come to find out, she is his daughter, and he was like, scandal or not, that'll never change or whatever. So of course he is the daughter and all that stuff. She is the daughter of him. So Olivia give Jake this information about the hostages and all that stuff that's overseas, and she promises him that it is a legit intelligence. She can't tell him who it was. So, as Jake and Olivia are talking, she was like, what are you doing here? How did you find out I was here? How did you get to me? He's like, don't worry about how I got here. I need to know where you got this information from. So as they talking or whatever, a photographer comes in. He goes, Olivia, and snaps a picture of her. And so Jake was about to get all upset. She was like, don't worry about it. Happen all the time. We'll get it him. So Jake takes the information he found out from Olivia to Fitz, claiming he got it from an anonymous source. And so they go on this rescue mission or whatever, and that's when Melly actually saw Jake leaving the office, and she remembered him, and she now like, oh, that's who he been having those little late night meetings with or whatever. So later on, Melly make a joke to Cyrus. She said, oh, I know he's not cheating on me, he's cheating on you, because such and such coming in at night and giving him all this kind of information. So Fitz called in Cyrus and let him know about the secret mission or whatever. So they in the situation room, and as the team going in, they try to find the hostages in the bunker room. They do find them. They all alive and safe. And the president was making a statement over the TV, and everything boiled over with the woman. So they did actually fix both situations. While the president giving his statement or whatever, they got this mask. Jake got this mask on, but before you know it, Jake, the masked man, went into this house, and he's like going after the guy that took the picture of him and Olivia. So him and the photographer scuffling and fighting, and finally he beat the guy up, and he take the memory card from the camera, because that's the card that have the what I want to say, the pictures on it. So of course we find out that the intruder is Jake, and he takes off his mask and answer the call from Fitz and tell him congratulations on the job he did today or whatever. So Huck and Quinn, I'm just all over because I'm trying to get the story. I'm just trying to remember stuff. Huck and Quinn are looking into the CIA guy who is the mole that set them up to go on that dummy trip a few weeks ago. They find out, this is how Olivia is gonna get all this information. So Huck and Quinn, who I think will be a great couple, they both crazy in a strange kind of way. So they need to determine who the mole is, and who trying to get the information, and who is his contacts and all that. So they following him around everywhere. They follow him to the cleaner. He went to the cleaners to get his clothes out. He give him a phone number. Huck tell Quinn, you can't be going into these places unprepared. Like, she went into the cleaners, and the woman was like, are you picking up or dropping off? And she was like, she wasn't prepared. She had no clothes in her hand, so she had to take the jacket that she had off and give it. He said, I told you not to go up in there, like you got everything going on. So she manages some kind of way. Quinn managed to get some information for give her the Osborne's clothes. The man is named Osborne. She manages to get his clothes, and inside his clothes pocket was some money, about $20,000 or however much she said it was. So she returned the clothes, claiming they made a mistake. It wasn't a clothes. And then the dry cleaner sends the picture of her to Osborne because she know the people at the dry cleaners know that she wasn't up to no good. So he know she been following him. So he gonna have her look into it. Show at the end where she get the pic where they send him the picture, and he recognized this woman as being in the store with him. He realized that's the one that's been following him around. So I don't know what's gonna come of that part, but next week's episode, Hollis's daughter, which is the one that they thought had the president shot, that's the man from Texas or whatever, and the one that uh Cyrus was gonna have killed, but Hook got on the elevator and all that, the Texas man that was behind the president rigging and all that stuff. Well, his daughter's supposed to be kidnapped. I don't know by who, but that's Olivia's new case. And what is his name? Harrison is like, you realize who you doing this for? And he's like, she was like, even enemies, love their daughters, and I mean their children and all that stuff. So that's next week's episode. Hollis's daughter is gonna be kidnapped, and I think they're gonna have to find out who has her and all of that stuff. So that's it, and that's all, y'all. I'm sorry I'm just not coming in. I know I usually have it up on Fridays, but I had a lot going on these last 2 weeks, from it being spring break for me and my kids to for those of you who celebrate Easter and all that stuff. Easter time is coming up, and the schools want this and that and the other for the little Easter parties and all that stuff. So I've been preparing stuff for that, and I had other stuff going on. I just haven't, really been able to get to you guys. But I did this first thing this morning while it was fresh on my mind to get it out for you guys. And I will see you all next weekend, or it could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But I'll see you guys next weekend for your scandal review. Excuse me if I can't get in here every time right on time, but you take from my young and the restless spoiler fans that sometimes I can't get it on, but I'm getting back into it, and I also have my schoolwork going on too. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for your continued support. You have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next weekend, hopefully, because it's Good Friday and then it's Easter Sunday and all that stuff. So it'll probably be a lot of festivities going on, but I'm still going to try to get it in for you guys as soon as possible, okay? So have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great next week, and the new scandals are coming, and I'm ready. So hopefully all will continue to be good even after everything has been exposed. It's still been good. So I'm a scandal fan already. So you guys have a great weekend, a great week, and talk to you next week. Bye bye.